comes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Theodore Long from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing 280 pounds, Rodney Mack.
Well, first things first, it's great to be here, lead on our new home for Sunday Night Heat, right here on the new TNN. And speaking of great, what about an unbelievable WrestleMania 19?
Unbelievable WrestleMania in Seattle. We had to stay an extra day for a history-making Raw.
It was a great night on Monday. We'll talk about everything throughout the hour. And Lita, what a shock as we kick things off with Rodney Mack. Theodore Long has grabbed the microphone.
Thought we might escape a week.
No such luck.
Let you, player.
Let me holler at you, player. I like when he says that, though.
I like the thugging and bugging.
You know, I got the 411 on my man Rodney Mack, and one thing Rodney Mack is about, it's all about thugging and bugging. You feel me, player?
We kind of feel you.
Thanks, Theodore.
It's hard not to like it.
Now, if you take a look at Rodney Mack, you can see that he has no blue eyes. And you can also see that he has no blonde hair. And the next thing is, believe this player, he ain't got no white skin. You feel me?
He's stating the obvious.
And that's a blatant reason why the man is trying to keep him down. More so than the other white WWE superstars like my opponent tonight, Spike Dudley.
If Rodney Mack would just smile, maybe that would help a little bit.
The world will be a happier place, I think.
Well, I guess you players would say that Spike Dudley is a tough guy.
I would.
Don't act, player, because you know that Spike Dudley is just a nice white boy, and the only reason he got a job is because his brothers, the Dudleys, got it for him. Believe that.
Have you seen Devon lately?
No, I haven't seen him.
And you know Whitey likes to keep it in the family. Well, Spike Dudley, this ain't gonna be no family affair. This gonna be off the hizzle for shizzle, and now it's time to back the Mac. Believe that, player.
Well, Theodore Long never at a loss for words, Lita. As we get set for Spike Dudley to come down for this one-on-one contest, we got to talk about WrestleMania. So much to talk about tonight here on Sunday Night Heat. We're on the official cable home of the WWE. Your initial thoughts on WrestleMania 19 last Sunday night?
Unbelievable. 4 hours, and like I had said the previous week, I pretty much did not get up to go to the bathroom.
Well, it was 4 hours and it felt like 4 minutes. It was such a tremendous show, and now Spike Dudley wasting no time. Grabbing on to Rodney Mack, and Rodney Mack certainly has a size advantage, Lita, but I would definitely say that Spike Dudley has the heart advantage.
The heart advantage. Well, you know, I don't know if you've seen something about Mary, that the dog scene. I think Spike had maybe been watching it before he came out for his match.
Nice head scissors by Spike. And folks, Spike Dudley, he's a very dangerous superstar. And when I say dangerous, he likes to do those high-risk maneuvers. He
likes to use his body and will sacrifice it at the same time.
Oh, nice shoulder block by Rodney Mack, and Spike Dudley goes out to the floor below here ringside. And Lita, when you think about, Theodore Long just brought up the Dudley boys, and what a night they had last Monday night on Raw when Chief Morley and Lance Storm put them in that 3-team elimination match for those World Tag Team titles.
Right, getting an opportunity to show them, kind of figure out where they stand. Maybe they've been going through some confliction recently.
It was obvious to me where Devon and Bubba Ray stood. They don't want to help Chief Morley, and I think that certainly the night ended the way it should have, with RVD and Kane now the new tag team champions.
Yeah, they were in line for those titles for a while.
I agree. Well, Rodney Mack is now just inflicting his superiority. 1-2 and a kick out by Spike Dudley, but Theodore Long at ringside has certainly put a lot of confidence, instilled a lot of confidence in Rodney Mack. But a nice roll by Spike Dudley and a kick out by Rodney Mack. But your thoughts as we got to talk about The Rock and Austin on Sunday night of WrestleMania to get to what happened Monday night on Raw. A great matchup for the 3rd time in a WrestleMania between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right, I think obviously with two superstars of that caliber, it's going to be anybody's game. You know, you didn't know until that very end who was going to be the better man that night. Like Steve said later on, you know, Brock ended up being the better man that night.
And those two superstars are so evenly matched.
Right.
Rodney Mack has Spike Dudley up on the top rope, and Rodney Mack not exactly known for being a high flyer, so whenever he gets on the middle or even the top rope, you have to wonder what he has in store. But now Spike Dudley is fighting back and biting the head of Rodney Mack.
Spike Dudley had his own counter in store.
Oh, 150. I'll give him 151 pounds this week. And beating the chest. And
because he kept his shirt on, it's an extra 1 pound.
Thank goodness. There was no doubt a couple of weeks ago that Spike Dudley is indeed white. No doubt whatsoever. Now, oh, man. Rodney Mack catches
Rodney
Spike
is
Dudley.
Strong.
Hook of the leg, and this one may be over. And it is.
Teddy Long said it, off the shizzle, the hizzle, whatever he said, I don't know.
Hizzy.
Yeah.
We have a tremendous hour in store for you folks. Rodney Mack starts things off with a very hard-fought victory over Spike Dudley. But still to come tonight, right here on Heat, it's Trish's first title defense since winning the Women's Championship at WrestleMania.
But coming up next,
Lita was do or die for Kane and RVD on Raw. If they didn't win the World Tag Titles, they would have to join the Bischoff administration, something they didn't want to do. But here comes your boy, Tommy Dreamer. No love for you tonight again! Again! Whoa!
He has love for me, he just doesn't express himself all the
I
time.
will take my foot out of my mouth as Tommy Dreamer gives Lita some love and gets set for his one-on-one contest with Christian. Well, folks, tonight, Heat is brought to you by Amana Park, starring Vin Diesel and Lorenz Tate, in theaters right now.
And by Burger King, the Italian chicken sandwich is back, Coach, for a limited time.
It is?
Have it your way at Burger King.
I love the Italian chicken sandwich. And by PlayStation 2, live in your world, but play in ours.
See, Christian has love for me, too. I don't know if that was really directed towards me, but I'm going to take it anyway.
You got to take what you can get. But, Lita, we just saw a few moments ago what happened this past week on Raw.
And Kane and RVD were on their A game. Kane, did you see the height on that? Over the top rope, double choke slam. What more could you ask for?
Certainly new tag team champions. And as great as their victory was, conversely, the night for Stone Cold Steve Austin was anything but great. As Eric Bischoff did a lot of research and found out that Stone Cold is not healthy enough to compete at this time, thus not worthy of being here in the WWE, and fires Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, the first part of what Eric Bischoff did, I don't know if I agree with the snooping, but you know what? If he's going to be risking his health, risking paralysis in the ring, you know what? I agree with Eric Bischoff. Now, firing him, I think everybody wants to see Stone Cold, and they don't want to see him risk his life in the ring. If that's what it's going to take, I think I'd still want to hang out with Stone Cold, have him be around.
Well,
I don't think he needed to be fired.
Nice shoulder block by Tommy Dreamer. And it is true that Austin's been the night before WrestleMania in the hospital in Seattle for anxiety. And maybe some of that anxiety stems from Stone Cold knowing that he's not healthy. So it's, Christian slaps Tommy
Heated up
Dreamer.
a little bit.
And Tommy Dreamer, that's not going to affect him. This is the innovator of violence. Please, who are you talking to? And now Tommy Dreamer, I think, was more disgusted and just ticked off than anything that Christian would slap him right across the face.
Well, that was pretty violent. I mean, he took him straight down by the face and started banging his head against the mat. I mean,
Tommy Dreamer.
I put that in the violence category.
Yes. On fire now. And a big clothesline. Christian goes over the top rope. But just to tie the end up on the Stone Cold Steve Austin story, folks, at this point, Stone Cold, as you saw, leaving the building, and we don't know if we'll ever see the rattlesnake again. We really don't. Oh, Christian torquing the back and the neck of Tommy Dreamer, and you can see initially what effect that had on Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, we don't know if we'll ever see Stone Cold again. We didn't know if we'd ever see Shawn Michaels again. Granted, it took 4 years. But that was a good surprise. Maybe one day again, you know, Steve will be able to be cleared medically and be safe to be in the ring.
And speaking of Shawn Michaels, a little bit later on, we're going to talk about the huge matchup that will happen tomorrow night on Raw right here on the new TNN involving Shawn Michaels and Booker T, and we'll talk all about that as soon as we show everybody what happened last week on Raw. Nice neck breaker by Christian. This could be enough. Hook of the leg, no. About a 2 count on Tommy Dreamer.
What Shawn Michaels did show everybody at WrestleMania is that WrestleMania is the HBK stage.
He really is. You bring up a great point, a tremendous match, and I really don't know which match was the best because I love them all. But Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels,
they brought the house down.
They did.
They really did.
And I really thought that at the end of the matchup, that Chris Jericho, for once in his life, was going to show Shawn Michaels that respect and just end the match the way it needed to be. Oh, wow. Tommy Dreamer moving out of the way. And
little overconfidence. Christian thought he had Tommy, but
no.
Not.
Almost a slingshot effect by Christian. But at the last minute, Chris Jericho kicked Shawn Michaels in the nether regions and really ruined what I thought was a spectacular showing by both men. Oh!
Well, I thought Jericho did have a pretty good chance. I thought, you know, again, both those guys, you didn't know who was going to be the better man that night. But Jericho couldn't let Shawn Michaels celebrate his victory.
Well, Tommy Dreamer, a huge black backdrop, followed up by a huge slam. This would be a mild upset, in my opinion. Hook of the leg, and Christian narrowly is able to kick out. Well, real quick, we got to give props out to Limp Bizkit as well, who had a couple of tremendous performances at WrestleMania. Huge spine buster by Tommy Dreamer. Here's the cover 2. Oh!
It's about time for Christian to throw a tantrum, I think.
Tommy Dreamer going to the corner, and Christian just cannot get up and going for the elbow as Christian is able to move out of the way and now has the advantage once again.
So when Taker walks on the top rope, it's old school there. So when that was Tommy Dreamer, that was like...
That's middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Oh, Tommy Dreamer is caught by Christian. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, and about a 2.5 count, and near pinfall again by Christian, and he cannot believe that he has not finished off Tommy Dreamer yet. And now going for that kendo stick.
I think Tommy needs to stop bringing that to the ring because...
it just seems to backfire on him. Tommy Dreamer, DDT! DDT by Tommy Dreamer. This one's going to be over. 1, 2, and Christian is able to get the foot up on the bottom rope at just the last second. Tommy Dreamer imploring Christian that he wants more. Bring me more.
Look at that look in his eyes. He's dead serious
going for the Death Valley driver. The Death Valley driver with Christian. Grabs Tommy Dreamer and rakes the eyes. Is it going to be enough? He stunned Tommy Dreamer just enough, Lita, to nail the unprettier. And there you go. Tommy Dreamer seemingly was in control. Well, Christian, a huge victory here on Heat.
He's ready for some more. He had to pull the straps down on that one.
Well, Lita, right now we're going to take you back to Raw. As Test was in the middle of a very interesting phone call. Take a look at this.
I know you do. Coming up later on Heat, Trish Stratus defends her newly won Women's Championship against Ivory. But up next...
Oh, Lita, Trish looked great. She performed great. Possibly the greatest night of her career last Sunday at WrestleMania. And tonight, her first title defense as Women's Champion.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Women's Championship. Introducing first from Toronto, Canada, the new Women's Champion, Trish Stratus.
Well, Lita, we talked to Trish after last Sunday at WrestleMania. Fans from all 50 states and from all over the world were treated to such a performance, and she personally wanted us to thank the fans for her for a great night last Sunday. Well, folks, Castro GTX presents WWE Backlash. Backlash will be live Sunday, April 27th from the Worcester Centrum Center in Worcester, Mass. Castro GTX, the motor oil as advances your engine, and tickets went on sale yesterday for Backlash, and you know, with Goldberg in the house for Backlash, those tickets will not last long.
Ready to get front row.
Well, folks, last Monday night on Raw, Jeff Hardy taking on Steven Richards, and Victoria, well, looking to help Steven, and out of nowhere, Trish Stratus comes in, nails Victoria, allowing Jeff Hardy the Swanton Bomb and the victory.
Victoria not accounting for the interference. You're right, Trish came out of nowhere,
and what do you make of that whole situation between Jeff and Trish?
At this time, I cannot comment on that.
You can't?
I cannot.
I mean, I know you're kind of close to the situation. I mean,
yeah.
what do you think about it? Jeff appears to have an affection for Trish, and likewise.
I just have to observe a little longer before I can make any judgment calls.
Well, I tell you what,
or give any endorsements or anything like that.
If I am Jeff Hardy, I'm not wasting any time. A couple of quick covers by Trish, and right now Ivory, what a huge opportunity. Here's a quick cover and a kick out by Trish, but Ivory hasn't been on TV for a couple of months, hasn't competed, and
You're
it comes
right.
out tonight on Heat.
She comes back and gets a title shot first night back. You're right, big opportunity for Ivory.
They show of good sportsmanship between these two beautiful and very competitive women, and I know every time we see one of these...
Ivory looking really good.
She looks fantastic. I didn't want to point that out because you're always getting on me for that.
I was just doing your job for you.
I appreciate that very much. So as we get started with this contest, what are your thoughts about Goldberg's arrival here in the WWE?
I thought the timing was impeccable, just as Rock was
Rock said he was
crossing
gone.
everything off of his list.
Yeah, Rock said he was gone. He'd done it all, and we weren't going to see any more from him, and that's not the case. So The Rock certainly has big-time, quick issues. Nice drop kick by Trish with Mr. Goldberg.
And Goldberg did not waste any time getting physical with Rock. There wasn't a lot of whole walking and talking and feeling out process. It was...
Oh, nice bridge by Victoria. Excuse me, by Ivory. I got Victoria on the brakes. We just saw her.
Right.
But nearly a new women's champion here tonight on Heat. But Goldberg, it's true. He's the man that people have been talking about for a long, long time. Would he come? Would he not come to the WWE? And it's obvious after last Monday night, he's here in a big way.
He seems to be... Action speaks louder than words, kind of a man of few words. I think with a physique like that, you really don't have to talk a whole lot.
And if people remember Goldberg from his WCW days, never a man of many words, just a lot of action. Here's a cover by Ivory, and again, Trish is able to kick out. And do you think maybe that last Sunday at WrestleMania, last Monday night on Raw, maybe have taken a little bit out of Trish emotionally? Here's another cover, because right now, Trish doesn't seem to be exactly on top of her game.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I would almost think a big win like that would fire you up. And I think
sometimes you have that
she's going to pull it back together, though.
But a nice move as we say that.
As well as Ivory.
Oh, and a nice roll under. Here's a cover, 1-2, and she had Ivory cinched in, but was unable to get the 3 count.
Ivory's had a lot of pent-up time to think about, and she was on fire, you know, ready to prove herself again and make a statement.
Well, Ivory, as we all know, is never at a loss for words and never at a loss for energy. And I know she loves this opportunity tonight. Oh!
As well as, you know, Trish has had a lot of history with Victoria and Jazz as of late.
Oh!
Gotten to know their repertoire a little bit, a little unfamiliar with Ivory's.
And a face plant. Will we have a new women's champion? No! About a 2.5 count. And you can feel the crowd groan as they thought that they were going to see a new women's champion here tonight on Heat. Once again, so pleased, so happy to be in our new home, the new TNN, which is now the official cable home of the entire WWE, and we couldn't be more thrilled. Now a big shot by Trish. Oh, how about a little satisfaction? Guaranteed. This one may be over, and it is. Trish successful in her first title defense, Lita.
And still, women's champion, Trish Stratus.
She wasn't given the title up that easy.
You can see the determination on the face of Trish, how far she has come in her 3 short years here in the WWE. Oh, wait a second.
Who would show up?
Victoria! Victoria nails the kisser of Trish as Trish was attempting to celebrate her first victory as women's champion. But Ivory out of nowhere.
The belt went right in Victoria's face.
And Ivory coming to the aid of Trish, and who would have ever thought it? A chop, and another, and another.
I don't know if Victoria was expecting that. She just wanted to hold her little baby for a second.
Trish saying, Ivory, let me get a piece of this now. Both women, Ivory and Trish, nailing Victoria.
And that'll be it for right now for Victoria.
Nice teamwork by the ladies, but Lita, we need to focus on tomorrow night. Will Goldberg be in the house in Milwaukee? And what will The Rock do about it? And what about the main event from Raw tomorrow night? Booker T teams up with Shawn Michaels, a little retribution against Triple H and Chris Jericho. All live tomorrow night, 9/8 Central, right here on the new TNN. For Lita, I'm the coach. We'll see you tomorrow night.